Crypto bros. That's maybe who lives down there. Super rich people that made better financial decisions than you did, or people who inherited a bunch of money. It's wonderful to look at, though, isn't it? Don't feel so bad. It's Puerto Rico. It's not like this is Belize or anything. But outside of those gates, these people are not liked. Welcome to the rich part of Puerto Rico, everybody. The fancy land part. Behind me is a housing community. It's a gated community where all the mostly rich white people live who come down here and take advantage of all the tax laws. It's a gated community. I can't get in there. About 99.9% of the people in Puerto Rico can't get in there, and that's the whole point. And this is nothing. So we're going to drive around and look at some of this stuff here and show you how the wealthy people live and talk about all the drama. And before you get too excited, you can't afford it. You should see the big fancy mansions down by the beach. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, what's going on? Security guard out here makes my point for me. That was us getting run off from some gated community in Puerto Rico one day when we were here. And it wasn't even that nice of a place. We were just trying to read off some lines, and you think we were in front of the damn White House or something. So back in the States, most of our population's middle class. Well, here in Puerto Rico, most of the population's lower class. And then you have this small but growing population of the wealthy elite. This is how they live, almost always right next to the ocean. There's always been wealthy people coming over here to make a second home. It's a beautiful island, and people like to tell their friends, yeah, we have a second place in Puerto Rico. But when the new tax laws got passed, things really picked up here. And you can do it too, people. It's called Act 60. About 5 or 6 years ago, they passed a new law that gives huge tax breaks to people who live here. To qualify, you have to be a U.S. citizen, and you have to live in Puerto Rico for 6 months, and you have to own property. There's a bunch of other stuff you have to do, but it's really not that hard at all. The biggest perk is, if you're a resident here, you don't have to pay U.S. federal taxes. People move to Florida because they don't have to pay state tax, but they still have to pay the IRS. Here it's the opposite. You pay a Puerto Rico state tax, but no federal tax. Can you imagine? So if you make $2 million a year, you can save like $700,000 or $800,000 a year. If you make way more than that, then you can save millions a year in taxes. Hello? Puerto Rico's been struggling, so they figure this is a way to bring in new people and bring in some new money to the island. You know, investors, entrepreneurs, super rich retirees. Great for you and I, but bad for the locals. So I could do a whole video about, here's some new places for you to invest. You can move to Puerto Rico and not pay taxes, and a bunch of you would watch that, but that's kind of boring. So I'm going to add in some drama to this to keep all of you interested. Now you might think a bunch of money flooding to Puerto Rico would be a good thing. That's great for the economy, right? Kinda. Puerto Rico natives, they're not fans of this. No. They're like, if you want to move here, try to blend in at least. And we don't get tax breaks. It's unfair. It's raised the cost of living here, damn it. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Even here, 1,000 miles away from the mainland. Okay, so where we are right now is regular people land over here. We're on west of San Juan in Puerto Rico. This is just regular folks that have been here forever. Nice, hardworking folks. And then behind me, if you want to pan over, there's a big golf course, and there's a bunch of multi-million-dollar houses that are going in. This kind of shows you the Great Divide, where all the houses are going in over here. I'm going to fly the drone so that you can see the difference here. But on this part of Puerto Rico right here You can see where it's started to encroach on all the regular people land over here. A bunch of rich people have taken, just about fell, have taken advantage of all of the tax laws, and they're building a bunch of houses all over the west side of Puerto Rico in an area called Dorado Beach, which is all over there. But it gives you an example right here when you see the great divide here in Puerto Rico. Regular people, not regular people. You can see it right here. But there's a bunch of famous people that live back here. Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, Ricky Martin. But the latest craze are the crypto bros. People like Logan Paul and his brother Jake, and a bunch of cryptocurrency billionaires that you've never heard of. I think I can hear them counting their crypto down there right now. JK, crypto doesn't make a sound when you count it. All right, friends, it's trivia time. Financial trivia time. Let's play a game. Which retirement asset do you think has grown the most since Donald Trump's been in office the second term? And then you're probably like, well, what about Bitcoin? President Trump loves Bitcoin, so it must have performed well, right? It did. It grew nearly 15%, an impressive 6-month investment. But it's not number one. Drum roll, please. Gold and silver. A lot of people are like, gold and silver, that's a safe haven investment, right? Well, you probably wouldn't believe. And I was shocked to see this myself. In the first 6 months that President Trump's been in office, from January 21st to July 21st, gold and silver has gone up 25%. A whopping 25% in 6 months. Not bad for a safe haven investment, right? Now, this is something you really need to look into. My friends at Augusta Precious Metals, they specialize in helping Americans move wealth and retirement into self-directed IRAs that are backed by physical precious metals like gold and silver. They're consistently scored as the most trusted gold IRA company by major financial publications, and they have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. There's nobody else to trust, promise. If you have over $100,000 in your 401k or your IRA or other retirement assets, go to Nick Buy Gold. That's Nick Buy Gold, and find out how my friends at Augusta Precious Metals can become your lifelong self-directed IRA partners. So most of this part of the island right here used to be $1 million homes, which is sort of attainable, I guess. But not anymore. The $1 million houses are now $10 to $20 million homes. Some of these are short-term rentals. Some of them just sit empty. Even though there's a lot of people who would love to live in them, there's hardly any housing left on this island that's decent. The tax haven craze has completely changed everything in Puerto Rico. The average home price on this island is like $900,000 now. That's crazy when the average person here only makes like $25,000 and has to deal with power outages and all the other problems that come with living here. Okay, here's an example of all the new construction that's going on here in Puerto Rico. These are all the future $1 million homes. The homes that we just drove through are really actually not even that amazing. They look like something you'd find in a California housing development that would be worth like $600,000 or $700,000, stuff back there, for example. But they're worth 1.5 here. So most of the locals who live here in Puerto Rico, they don't like the rich people coming in here. They say they're standoffish and rude, and they act all entitled and don't even try to blend in. They say they're trying to make this the next Hawaii. And the local Puerto Ricans are like, we're never going to be the next Hawaii, damn it. And here's security running me off again. We're just standing right outside of this community, and he's just like giving me the rundown. And we're going to move because security is mad. We got a security truck and a Tesla. And this is just way over the top. But these people aren't even that rich, let me tell you. All right. What? Now, if you did this, if you moved here, the cops would totally love you. Whoever has the money in Puerto Rico gets the most attention. If a regular person gets robbed, the cops, they'll come. They'll be like, oh well. But if a crypto billionaire needs the cops, they come, and they come fast. The gated people here get whatever they want.
If I lived here, I'd have Puerto Rican people be my maids.
Well, that's not very nice. But I guess you'd be giving people good jobs, Karen, as long as you treated them with respect.
She doesn't treat anyone with respect. She'd get us thrown off the island.
Well, you guys don't have the money to justify moving here anyway. I know how much you make, 'cause I pay you, and it ain't much. Now, this isn't all glamorous, people. Keep in mind, the day-to-day life in Puerto Rico is not pleasant for most people. The public schools suck. The infrastructure's terrible. Power goes out all the time. The cost to live here is pretty high for groceries, transportation. The healthcare is slow. There's long lines at the hospital. Even though a lot of these people just up and fly to Miami to get their bodies fixed, right? Now, you might be looking at this thinking, that's actually a good idea, Nick. But I don't have the money for a big mansion by the sea. Well, that's okay. There's other parts of the island with more realistic opportunities for a tax shelter home. I'm going to show that in other videos in this series. You know I will. Now, if you move here and you use the island as a tax haven, and you don't try to learn Spanish and try to fit in, they'll begin to hate you here. Especially if you try to change things. Don't be that person. Come here and blend in. Be part of the culture. There's stories about rich people trying to close off these beaches. They're ours. Well, as you can imagine, they're not well liked. Now, we learned firsthand what it's like to be local and be squeezed out. We tried to get to a public beach, and all the rich people have blocked it off now. You can't even get to the beach now? Oh, you have to get searched if you want to get to the beach. So this is the point that I'm trying to make. So to get to the beach now, all vehicles and bags that enter Dorado Beach area, you're subject, spelled wrong, to a possible random search by security. To get to the beach, the public beach. So this is the point that a lot of people are making is that, oh, you can go to the beach. We're not walling it off. They just make it really difficult. I mean, you get searched to go to a public beach now, which is just crazy. So I don't know. Do you want to go to the beach and do you want to have our bag searched? Hey.
Hello.
Good. We just want to go to the beach. Is that okay?
This is private property, though.
Right.
I want to ask you to turn around. I'll show you when.
Okay.
So this is a private beach?
No, ma'am. The beach is public. All beaches are public.
Okay, well then we
Then
want to
why
go to
can't
the
we go in
Why
here?
can't we go to the beach? Private property, but the beach is public.
You can go to another entrance.
Okay, well we want to go to this. We want to go to this entrance here.
You cannot.
But so it's a public beach, but I have to go around to get to it.
Yes.
And the sign says if I want to go through here, I'm going to get
Rockefeller
searched.
Nature Trail.
Yes, this is private property. It's random search. If.
Right.
Okay,
right,
so to get to the beach, I have to go all the way around now.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. So you couldn't really hear what he was saying, but basically, now this is private. So they make you go around to get to the beach, but that is just crazy that they have walled off an entire entrance to a beach now. And that's what a lot of the people around here are complaining about. Okay, so we're right here. We're trying to get to the beach over here, but all of these rich people are here now. So we have to go all the way down here to get to this beach and then walk. So if you want to go to this beach, you have to walk like a mile to get to it. Okay, this is where the guy told us all the peons have to go by the janky gas station. That's where you guys go. Okay. Now we're down at the public beach with all the regular people. This is where they now send everybody. They shuttle, basically just point down the street, and they're like, that's where you go to the beach. Now, we are like 2 miles from the entrance where we were trying to get into, where the security guard was like, no. And if you want to go through, if you push it, we're going to search your car. It's very invasive. So this is where they send you now. So this is the public crappy beach now, people call it. And then this way off in the distance, is down where we were trying to get to, where the beach is like really a lot better. where they are like, if you want to get down there, you got to walk. That is where all the super rich people live now, on that point. That's where we were trying to get. That's where the beach is really super beautiful. And now to get there, you got to walk all the way along this beach, all the way down there to get to the nice part of the beach. Or you just stay down here where all the regular people live, where it's not nearly as nice and where there's trash. Somewhere up there are people that have more money than you and I will ever have. And if you want to walk over there and enjoy the beach, they'll probably encourage you to keep moving on, because that's how they are. Look at all the regular people having to go to the crappy beach. Don't even think about going to the nice beach. You can stay down there with your chickens and your trash. And then where we are right now, this is just right across the street, like quarter mile right across the street soon from all the rich people stuff down the road. This is probably all going to be gone one day. Anyway, this is just perspective on what it looks like, or what it used to look like here before the wealthy gringos from New York and California showed up. All the rich people moving here have forced a lot of the native Puerto Ricans to move away from San Juan for forever. Some of them move into the mountains where it's way cheaper, but there's hardly any jobs in the jungle. Some move back to the States. Who would have thought that people in Puerto Rico would be moving to New York for cheaper housing? It's happening. People fear that one day, oh, this island's just going to be rich young people and old poor people. It's happening in Hawaii. It's debatable. Maybe the new tax laws have helped revitalize Puerto Rico. Maybe they haven't. A lot of people here say it's made things worse for our little cousins down here. But you don't care about that. You just want to save some money. Okay, this is the end of the video. I'm in front of another gated community here that I'm not allowed into, and you're not allowed into either. They're all over the island, and the locals hate it, I tell ya. Puerto Rico can be a wonderful place if you have the dough, but a lot of the locals here say, we don't have the dough, and this is not fair. But I will add, if you have the dough, there's opportunities to buy up all kinds of wonderful houses and be the tax avoider person. And you can live here too. There's nothing stopping you. It's wonderful here. You should think about doing it. But there's a lot of drama that comes with it, and they won't like you. And I'm probably going to get thrown out of here in a second anyway. Bye-bye. Are you looking to move and need advice? I do consulting. That's right. I'll sit down and talk about where the next perfect place for you and your family should be. I do it all the time. Together, let's find you a new home that's safe and checks all your boxes. And I can also help you find your new house, too. Email me and I'll work with you on not just helping you figure out where to move, but I can help you find your perfect home, too. That's right. I know awesome, reliable agents all over the country, and I'd love to connect you to somebody who can help you search for that perfect home. And if you want to buy some Mappy gear, click the store link on my homepage. From there, you can check out the latest merch. There's hoodies, coffee cups, stickers, and shirts. Show off how much you love Mappy and support the channel. And I'm on Cameo, too. If you want me to send you or somebody you know a personalized video message, go to Cameo and search Nick Johnson YouTube. It's fun.
Hey YouTube world, I'm Sage, Nick's manager. You've enjoyed a Corner House Entertainment production, so watch another one.
Hey guys, if you learned something new about America or what it's like to live in America, great. You should think about subscribing and turning on your notifications. You can also click one of these videos or playlists for more.